What's up, everybody? I just uploaded the Stains of Time to YouTube. I hope everyone enjoys it. I had a lot of fun making the track. It was a really cool song to work on. And I don't know if you saw the last video of me preparing the session. I need a lot more tracks than I thought I was going to. For those interested in the audio aspect of it and the engineering and all that, the plugins, that's why I'm making this video, because that's what I like to do too. So if you just come here because you like video games and music, this might be a little bit boring for you. So feel free to skip this video. But anyway, I'm going to go into my Pro Tools here and open up the session and take a look at some of the stuff I did. It was really fun. Like I said, a lot more tracks than I anticipated. But that's because there's some like overlaps, and every time there's overlaps, I really hate to like make them fade into each other. I really like to have them all breathe and overlap each other, because even though you overlap, doesn't mean you should cut things off short. So here is the instrumental. Here is the one with the vocal, just so I had some reference. Ron singing his ass off there. That's the original vocalist. Okay, so I had two lead vocals, and then I had a lower octave lead and a lower octave double. This was just here so I could do the little chops at the end. But then I had some two lead vocals here that were because of an overlap in over here, I believe, and over here. And so they're just like duplicates of each other. I double the vocal. And then for the lower octaves stuff, I doubled that up. For the higher octave, you can see I doubled that up here. These are like the little anger little responses things that there. Real simple. Everything gets a double. And then I do a band pass over everything, like just a high pass filter on all the tracks for the lead vocals. So I did a high pass, and then I put this. I love this radio setting on the default or the stock Avid compressor. Just does a really good job at just like knocking everything down. It's like a really quick limiter clipping sort of setting it's got on. It does a great job. I love the sound of it. I'm almost embarrassed to tell people, but I use this like so much. I abuse this setting. It's the radio plugin setting. Next, I use the Howard Benson vocals. This is my go-to plugin for session vocals. I put this on all my session vocals as far as the previews go. I don't print the compression, but this is the only plugin where clients are asking me to print the compression from this. So they're doing something right. Good job, Joey Sturgis plugin. So I have the vocal in there. I usually set the input till it kind of barely hits yellow. This is just this, actually, I can't take credit for this because this is just the Howard Benson multiply. I did not set this one up. I just let it go. I didn't touch much to this one. The only thing you really have to touch is the input till it hits the yellow, and then sometimes I'll adjust the output after that. The Kilohertz multipass smoothinator from Slate. Well, it's from Kilohertz, but Slate provides it in the bundle. This thing does a bang-up job as far as like making all the vocals just make it less harsh. I used to use the Wave C1 on the sidechain, but I can't get Wave Central to work, so I guess I'm not using Wave's plugins anymore. And the Wave support is just like, oh, like here's a standard page we have to fix your issue. I'm like, well, all the other plugin programs don't have this problem, so I guess you don't want to be a big boy plugin company. Anyway, so the last thing on here is the Joey Sturgis clip again. I did this just so it could pop out of the mix, just a little bit more juice. And that's it. Oh, I have it sent to a widening Murder Melodies by Slate. This thing is dope. I love it. I spread the thing all the way wide. I put in I just cranked knobs till it sounded good. And then I send it through a bus to this thing and just have it blended in parallel. And it just makes it so you can kind of have all the vocals not only dead center, they fill up the stereo spread really nice. I I did some fun chopping thing here. And yeah, there's some cool stuff in here. So
wash away the anger.
It's just the lead vocal here. And then I had to do the...
Wash away the anger.
I did the typical, like, you know, radio effects on there with the Howard Benson vocal thing. So they have the high octave vocal here too. And I'll just play the vocals by themselves because I think that's probably more interesting than me like soloing. And it's like being in the control room with me. Like my songwriting partner, Kat, he gets so frustrated with me because I'll just stop and like every time he's like getting into the song. So
wash away the anger. Here I stand beneath the warm and soothing rain. The droplets falling gently down on the terrain. Wash away the sorrow, all the stains of time.
I didn't bother to tune the vocals.
There's no memory, it's only
Sometimes it's like,
inside.
I don't know, I hate tuning vocals.
And the mud and sinking deeper until a peaceful life. And it will come like a flood of pain.
So in the original one, I know it says flood of pain, but I swear that he's saying flood of rain. It makes more sense, flood of pain, but it sounds like flood of rain to me.
Peaceful life. And it will come like a flood of pain, pouring down on me. And it will not let up until the end is here. And it will come through the darkest day.
Oh, that's weird.
In my final hour, and it will never rest until the clouds are clear. Until it finds my dreams.
It's like, I probably should have... I'll let that play out. I probably should have put fades on those little chops, and I didn't. And I probably should have auto-tuned or tuned up these on Melodyne. I don't use auto-tune, but well, I do have like an automatic pitch correction, but I don't use like the actual brand auto-tune. But I know people just like say it's synonymous with just pitch correction. I use Melodyne. I should have pitched these vocals, but I'm like, who cares? In a big old mix like that, it's like, maybe it's more authentic. Yeah, sounds a little sour, and I was kind of like, my vocals were my voice was a little bit tired, but anyway, that's it. It was really, really fun track. I love this a lot. There's not much else. Oh, I used for this little end, had to send the bounce that down to here. I used little altar boy with some automation, so you can see the pitch goes. I figured that's something similar to what the Maniac Agenda did. It's what it sounds like. Yeah, man. So hope you guys like it. If I get enough people like cheering me on saying, hey, do it, do more, I will. If everyone just thinks this sucks, then I will move on and not do this anymore. Because I don't want to waste your time. But maybe I'll do it because I had fun. I mean, maybe that's not a reason to stop doing anything. But I will go ahead and end this video here. Have a good night.